I catch a chicken? Okay, much better. Hi. Okay, my name is Brian Kale, and not only am I from the district headquarters, that sounds very official, I'm also a den leader, a bear den leader for PAC 71 out of Francis Hazel Reed, which is right down the road. So I recognize the blue hats very, very much. I was talking to these guys earlier about whittling chip and the learning how to use a knife, and asked them what they thought about it so far, because I'm getting ready to teach my boys how to do it, and I'm very afraid. So, anyway, Friends of Scouting. Let's talk about Friends of Scouting for just a second. Most people have two understandings of Friends of Scouting. One, I do not know what Friends of Scouting is. And two, the district is going to come and ask me for money. That's what most people understand. Okay, let's talk about it just a second. Boy Scouts of America are 100 years old, right, boys? That was a little weak. Right, boys? And that is Cub Scouting. Okay, now, it's 100 years old. A program does not become 100 years old without a lot of help and a lot of volunteers along the way. The Boy Scouts of America is a unique organization where 95% of the adults involved with the Boy Scouts of America are volunteers. They are parents, grandparents, and people who used to be scouts who still love the program to death and want to continue on. That's unusual. But let's talk about something for a second. No matter how great the volunteer is, no matter how much they have a heart for scouting, no matter how many skills they can bring, no matter if they are Daniel Boone and can trap a bear with their bare hands, if they don't have the right program and the right help along the way, they can't make the program work. They'll try hard, they'll put so much energy into it, but in reality, the program will only go so far. Friends of Scouting takes it the rest of the way, okay? In the scouting background, there are adult leaders that you meet, the ones in your tan shirts, all these volunteers in your pack, which are amazing and spend a lot more time than you probably realize, boys. Making sure the program is really fun, and fun. That's right. Making sure it's fun and a little educational. Okay, so, but they spend a ton of time doing this. But you know what? If they're reinventing the wheel, oh no, if they're reinventing the wheel, they're tired, it's not fun, and truthfully, they may miss opportunities to provide you boys with a great education in being outdoorsmen, sportsmen, craftsmen, funny people. So, part of scouting is having the extra support out. Mr. Anderson, who's walking around here, is one of our professional scouts. He is one of the few that you probably meet in a day-to-day life who is actually an employee of Boy Scouts of America. The rest of us are just volunteers, including me. I am just a volunteer. So, but let's look at it for just a second. What does Friends of Scouting provide? Okay, you guys see the uniforms, you guys go camping trips, you see some of the activities you go to. I saw you guys are going to Mount Vernon pretty soon. You see the local things that you're doing, but you don't see the bigger things. Like, you guys went to summer camp, right? Yeah. Did you have fun at summer camp? Yes. No. There's always one kid that's out there going, no. Anyway, I'm sure you had fun at summer camp. But anyway, the summer camp is a prime example. Camp Snyder and Goshen and all the other setups that are along the way, including the district and council events, are supported by Friends of Scouting. Yes, there is a registration fee that each of the families pay, but it doesn't cover all the costs that requires of keeping up the camp, the equipment, the staff, the kids, the other Boy Scouts that they hire to work there, all the things that are required to run a camp. It doesn't quite make it. Friends of Scouting takes it the rest of the way. The records that are kept for the boys, so as they continue on into Boy Scouts and later on become Eagle Scouts, these records and such are also kept by council level. Each of these things has a little bit of cost here, there, and everywhere, which adds up. Friends of Scouting takes care of that. So, what am I asking for? It's always important to tell you what I'm asking for, right? It's 100 years of scouting. It's an amazing opportunity. We have a program that teaches character, leadership, and all kinds of skills the boys that whether they realize it or not, they learn every single day. The leaders that stand in front of them at the den meetings are role models, whether they want to be or not. And boys are learning from them every single day they do things. They learn from the books, the tiger books, wolf books, bear books, Weeblos books. They learn from the skills and the things that are in these books. They learn from the activities. They learn from this blue and gold. They learn family activities. Scouting is one of the few activities out there that is family-based and anticipates you being part of it. Not you dropping them off. Now you go and cheer them from the sideline. Hey, that was a great soccer kick. Or hey, good job football or softball or baseball. It anticipates and wants the parents to be involved. And that's important. It's the only event like that. Boy Scouts of America is the largest youth organization in the world. There are 3 million members right now. There's 110 million since the beginning of Scouting. There are over 2 million Eagle Scouts. Eagle Scouts who've been president, gone to the moon, done tons of things. Every single one of them have one thing in common. They all were in Scouting because it was fun. And their parents loved them being Scouting because not only was it fun, but it taught them to be better guys, better men, better citizens, right? Okay, so let's just get down to it. The brochure that I had put out on the tables at the Friends of Scouting, back in the cafeteria, and also that Daniel was walking around and passed around, has just the briefest description of the Scouting program. I mean, it barely touches on all the benefits and all the characteristics of Scouting and how it helps our community, our family, our nation. But what it does have in it is it has a small section in it which is a pledge card. And what we're asking for is we're asking for participation to help move the program along, Friends of Scouting. Now, people are like, oh, times are tough. I'm not sure I can do that. And this is when the heads go down and the feet start to shuffle. Not asking for big dollars. Every dollar counts. What I'm asking for is participation. I'd like to see every family commit to something. $1, $5, $10, whatever. It's not about the size, it's about the participation. We all enjoy the benefits of Scouting. Heck, our entire community enjoys the benefits of Scouting. Think about when you boys went out and did Scouting for food. Remember that? This district, which means this, for those of you who don't know what district is, this particular county collected 108,000 pounds of food, if I remember the number correctly. 108,000 pounds of food. That's a lot of food. That outweighs every single person who's here. If we put everybody here on the scale, yeah, everybody here on the scale, that doesn't match up to that amount of pounds. That's a lot of food. And where did that food go? It went here. It went to families in this community to take care of them and to help people who may need that extra helping hand. That's what Scouting does. And that's what we're teaching. And that's what the program does. And that's what Friends of Scouting helps us do. So what I'm asking for is I'm looking for every family to commit to something small. It doesn't matter. But as far as to commit to say, this is a great program. We appreciate it. We like it. Heck, we're using it. And our boys are better for it. And that's all I'm asking. Thank you. By the way, I will be here at the very end. Please pass the cards back to me and any donations you may have today. But if you don't have a donation today, that's fine too. The card can be for a future donation, and there's also online, if you go to the NCAC website, online, just make sure that you put down your PAC's number on it. Just definitely want to make sure your PAC has, the attention that it should get. That's not the right word, but anyway, credit. There you go, credit. Anyway, thanks guys.